Hi, this is Chris Carlson, and I want to welcome you to the Prospecting Playbook. The Prospecting Playbook is designed to share concepts and ideas to help you continually fill your pipeline with highly qualified, highly motivated prospects without ever having to cold call again. In the last 3 playbooks, I've talked about the arrows you can put in your marketing quiver for 2017. In this edition of the Prospecting Playbook, I want to talk about you creating your podcast. You might currently listen to one or even multiple podcasts. It could be a podcast that's related to your business, or it may be a podcast that relates to a personal interest like sports or a hobby. But what I would like you to consider doing is creating your own podcast and use it in your prospecting efforts. I call this concept prospecting through podcasting. In the simplest form, you create a podcast, then you invite your targeted prospects to be a guest on your show. I promise you that this is one of the best ways to develop a new relationship or deepen an existing relationship. Your podcast will help you establish yourself as the authority in your niche. If you're like most people, you're in a highly competitive industry in which there is very little true difference between you and your competition. Having the platform of a podcast can be the key differentiator between you and your competitors. I use this very same strategy with one of my podcasts, the Sound of Business podcast. Podcasts are easy to create and produce. Why not take advantage of this method and get in front of your targeted prospects and establish a relationship like no other? Thanks for taking time for this edition of the Prospecting Playbook.